This is Jumpin' Shoot playing. What are we playing? Let me see this list. We're playing Rumble Roses, if you remember that game. And also, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about the things, the people I've encountered, and the shit that it's giving me in a morning, a day, and then he spins around and leaves. I ordered food, right, from Grubhub, and one of my slightly biggest fears is, it's not even a fear, it's just like an annoying thing. I always think about this when I order food. I order food and I imagine the person like going to the wrong place, dropping it off, and then taking a picture of somebody else's house and sending it to me. And lo and behold, that is kind of what happened. So I get the picture and I'm like, that's not my door, what the fuck? So I'm trying to think about what to do before the driver goes away. And I call the number and the guy picks up. He's like, hello. I said, hey, is this the person? You took my order, right? He's like, yeah, I dropped it off. I'm like, yeah, that's not my door. Where did you put it? Sometimes it's like, it's within usually a close proximity. I can, even if it's the wrong place I dropped it off at, I could just go get it. That has happened before. But I don't know where it was or where the fuck he put it. So I was like, this motherfucker, you're gonna tell me where you put it. So on that phone, he's like, oh, what is your address? I tell him my address. Like, okay. Yeah, I put it there. You put the wrong address. You put the wrong address. Like, no, I didn't. I used the same address every single time. I'm noticing it, like, even though I'm on, like, it's the correct street and everything, people say that, like, they use the GPS function and it takes it to this, like, other complex. But it's like, if you go to where it says on the app that I see, it shows you the entrance to the street that I'm on. So, like, I don't understand why this keeps happening. Some people get it, some people don't. Anyway, I'm standing outside looking for the driver in, like, fucking 88-degree heat. I'm dying. I'm like, god damn it. And then, I know you were gonna say, Andre, why are you giving this guy an accent? I say, I don't know. Why did he have an accent? That's what I say. He's like, okay, I go get the order, I bring it back, okay? I bring it back for you. And then, I see him coming down the street. He goes into, I see him, I'm like, is that you in that car? He's like, yes, that is me. And then, I see him turn into a completely different complex again. So I'm like, oh my god. I just run down the street and I just tell him like, hey, it's me. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm sorry. Like, yes, thank you. Just, it's okay. I'm not mad. This has happened before. As long as the order gets to me, I don't care. I already tip you. I can't untip you. So, now I learned my lesson, I guess. Don't tip early. Anyway, I have been playing some video games as of late. That's bad. I thought I could just... Well, I didn't run. I just wanted to switch out, right? Okay. Or maybe I did run. But, I've been playing Re-Chained Memories now that the collection is out on Steam. So, I've been playing that for the first time. And I'm a little peeved by it. I think navigating the maps and the worlds is like a lot better. Like the actual shape of the rooms is a lot more nicer. The maps are easier to read. What else can you do? You can dodge in like a 3D environment, like. But at the same time, what was nice about the Game Boy Advance one is that you didn't have all these dimensions to worry about. It was just kind of like isometric, like flat isometric. Ooh. I was just about to say, like, is something bad gonna happen, like, right now? But, yeah, having to now worry about, like, the third dimension and Dodging attacks is a lot harder than I realized in Chain Memories 3D. Specifically because like your dodge is actually bad, and like that, and there's no block. Like this is one of the rare Kingdom Hearts games where you can't block at all. It's just not a thing you can do. I didn't mean to use Rock Tomb. I wanted to use something else. Oh, freaking the Rivals theme sounds so much good now, or so much better now. You get like the guitar, like the bing, and it sounds good. All the instrumentation is great in this game. And it's weird because it sounds more energetic than X and Y's music, which is just like generic trance music. That's a reference to an old video that I saw in Oni Plays. I can't take credit for that. This is bad. I switched out Flapper. Now he's Flapper EX. So he's gonna be better. Alright, so I mean, what could you possibly do? Flash. Okay. He shows his bug penis to Grovile. I forget that it's still a girl. Alright. And yeah, I don't know, I'm a little bit fucked off with Chain of Memories. The actual slay system is easier to read too. Like when you unlock a new like attack, you put together a certain cards equaling a certain number, and then you can do the attack. But what I don't like about this game is that in the GBA one, he would just sort of just do the attack, and he didn't have to worry about it. And I get why, but in the PS2 one, oh shit, it had pursuit the whole time. In the PS2 one, you have to do like the little triangle reaction commands that it tries to make it closer to Kingdom Hearts 2, which would be cool. But while you're doing the inputs, the enemies can still, or the bosses rather, can still break your card attack. So it's like, what is even the point in doing the input then? And it feels dumb. I don't know what to do. He's got Pursuit, and I don't know what his grass move is. He's got Pursuit and Quick Attack, and Fury Cutter. I'm gonna try healing them. Oh, it had Mega Drain. Well, there you go. And it is definitely faster, so... oh my god, I survived the hit. Woo! What does that do? Lower speed? Yes. Okay. Everything turned out okay. Rock Tomb. Well, at least even if he dies, somebody else can pick up the slack. Alrighty then. Oh, fuck! I'm so screwed. I don't care, and I don't care. It's going to kill me. What? Okay. I don't care about. I don't care about. I don't care about. Care about. Why are you just gonna keep using that move? Like, oh my god. It's healing off my crit damage. Man, raising this guy is a lot of work. Okay, he can take a hit from this guy, but he can't do anything. And there's no accuracy drops. I might as well just wait to lose, like goddamn. Oh my god. Okay, round 2. Dig deep, a breakneck with one string. Yeah, so... But then, also when I was using the attacks, like the slays, I don't like saying slays, since the actual menu inside the game does a better breakdown of them all, so that you can actually understand, like, how to put together cards to make these attacks. So I started experimenting with some of them, like, oh, these ones I've never used, like, oh, you need, like, Bambi attack and like arrow like to do this attack, like, oh, why have I never tried this? So I started doing some of those and experimenting, and it's safe to say that Sonic Blade and Lethal Frame are kind of the best ones to use.
This is it.
They just shut down like every boss, and it's cool. But about the input thing, like, they become like dumb to do like from halfway in the game onward, because bosses start being like way more aggressive with the zero cards, which are designed to like break any combo you have going. So it was very frustrating. I don't remember that being the case in the GBA one. It's been a long time, but like, I would build an attack in the GBA one and then just like be fine usually. But if you try doing it in the PS2 one, you kind of take a long time to attack. So there's chances for the enemy to break your entire thing, and it's like, this is annoying. I don't know why I like this. But what you want to do is start using the enemy cards, which I never did, like, as a casual playthrough. It's like, oh, these enemy cards, they have different effects. Like, oh, this one raises the, it just raises your card values by a lot. Or this one makes it so that you heal automatically. This one makes it so that you have a revive. Which is, these are kind of like the abilities substitute, I guess. And when the best one I found is the Jafar, which prevents enemies from breaking any of your attack combos for 30 card limit. So like, for 30 cards, they can't do anything to you, even if you have a low value that's like easily breakable. So I was experimenting with that, and I was just, from there, I was just seeing how many bosses does this work against, like, cause I didn't get a chance to use it against Axel, but like, for the late game bosses, Riku, or fake Riku, fight number 3, and then Larxene right after that, like, Lethal Frame and Sonic Blade just shuts them down, and it's like, this is actually kind of cool once you figure it out. But for the final boss, it doesn't really do much, because Marluxia, the first phase, they're just on the ground, and that works okay. But the second phase, they're riding that weird, like, nobody mech. And then for the last phase, the new one for the PS2 one, which I never got to see for myself, that thing is just chaos. So it doesn't operate like a normal boss. It uses, like, you're not allowed to like see its preview deck, or you're not allowed to see its deck in the preview in the bottom screen like you can with other bosses. It just shoots out like combo cards that are like all the same value, like really high, and the only thing you can do is bring a couple zeros with you so that you can break them and do stuff. But after I beat that, I was like, well, there's nothing else to do in this game, because the nice thing about other Kingdom Hearts games is that they started having like secret bosses and other post-game content to do. Like, Reach and Memories doesn't have anything. Because like revisiting the worlds for both the GBA and the PS2 one, revisiting the worlds to go find like the gold doors is like really like not fun to do. Because the only thing left to do is like find the rare attack cards that are other keyblades, and then it doesn't. You have to have like a high enough card point counter to equip them to begin with anyway. So the only thing left to do is like go to the other worlds and open their gold rooms to get the cards. It's like, but getting the gold door card is RNG to begin with, so like it's not fun to hunt down for. I started getting it consistently from like half the game onward. So I was just like, oh, while I'm here, I'll just open the gold door. And it's just like some good card that you can use in the playthrough. It's like, it's nothing special. But yeah, I had no desire to replay the game of Sora again. But Riku is a different story because the way he works in the GBA one is the more times you break a card, you have the chance to go into like Dark Riku mode or Darkness mode or whatever the fuck, and you wear his armor. You can do the stuff he does. All your card attacks are powerful. And that's that. But in Rechain of Memories, it introduces duel mode, where if you play a card at the same time the enemy plays a card, and at the same value, you go into duel mode, and you just kind of like fire up cards. It's like a throwdown mechanic, where you just fire up cards until you break them like 5 times in a row, and you do this like epic attack. And I feel like that's what was kind of missing from like Sora's style of playthrough. Or Sora's play style, rather. How many times am I going to say? How many times are you going to say the same thing, motherfucker? I know. Because, like, all you can do with Sora is build the sleighs and then break the cards. Like, that's all. That's it. There's no other mechanic to build up to like you can as Riku. And you don't get to pick your cards as Riku. Every world has, like, a specific, like, set card deck, and that doesn't change, so it's hard to like play around that, especially since the main thing you have to do is break cards. So like if you go to a world and you have a bunch of shitty cards, like how are you supposed to break the card, especially during a duel? That's a problem I'm noticing, is that like Traverse Town, you have a bunch of like low value cards, and then they break out of 7 during a duel. It's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. Some worlds are better. They have better decks than others, and it's like, well, I wish I could just build my deck, but you can't. I don't know where to distribute the stats, so whatever. Alright, I think it's time I start using the experience share, because these guys are gonna die. Otherwise, I'm just gonna run into the same problem again. Alright. But yeah, I'm still in the middle of Riku's playthrough. I'm just taking my time with it. I actually stopped it to play another game that was on my wish list for 3 years. And then it finally came out on Steam. It's called Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. It's a Metroidvania type game that actually kind of pisses me off sometimes. First of all, it has a skill tree. I don't know why I feel like I'm irrationally upset at skill trees, especially in a Metroidvania where like the typical Metroidvania is you just get an ability that you get an ability that adds to your traversal, and it makes it easier to do certain things, and it gives you access to different areas. Like, that's a typical Metroidvania game. Like, oh, you get the ice beam, you can go to the place with the ice door now. Or you get the morph ball, you can do this now. Or in Castlevania, you get like the double jump, you can go here now, etc, etc. Gestalt Steve and Cinder as a skill tree, and there still is like unlockable abilities, but you don't really find them in cool ways. They're just like given to you in scripted events, and then from there you build around the skill tree. It's also kind of like an action RPG, like a side-scrolling action RPG. The level cap is 50, and that was pretty easy to get to. I did that without even trying. Like, there's experience, and there's like defense stats and attack stats. It's like, what? Why do we need this? There's like damage numbers. It's like this. I guess it's not unheard of. Castlevania has kind of like all of that too. It has levels and stuff. It has attack, defense, and all that crap. I guess that's normal now that I think about it, but I don't know. It felt like none of it really mattered in Gestalt. You play as Red Hair McGee. You are you're like a contract chaser. You're like a mercenary person. I am spoiled by Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a very fluid action, side-scrolling, like roguelike Castlevania type game. That game just feels so good to play. Like, the character snaps to edges. He's very easy to like scale walls with. You can like climb mostly anywhere. But in Gestalt, your movements still feel very stiff. And like attacking is weird. I don't like that her basic combo makes her step forward when I just want to stay still. Like, I don't want to get close to the enemy more. I'm like attacking him at a reasonable distance, and the character is just taking steps forward, and it's like annoying. Also, the enemies in that game are fucking ridiculous. Wait, I didn't mean to say no. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I need to go in the gym so that I can do the thing I need to do. Yes, I will. Sure, let's go. Do it. Hurry up. Hurry, go. Hurry, go. I'm in hyper mode. So, yeah, I can try to find like I can get my own like screen footage just to show how like aggressive the enemies are, and all you can do is attack and dodge. There's no like parry or block mechanic at all. So you go up to an enemy and you hit them, and they're just like already like spamming you with attacks. It's like, well, jeez, dude, what do I do? You have a ranged attack, which is the gun. You have like 4 bullets maximum. I figured out the cycle of it. You want to like break their green stun meter with the gun and then go in for attacks. Early on in the game, you don't have very many bullets, and the stun damage is very low, so all you can do is just attack them normally for most of the game. So they're just attacking you non-stop, and it's like, I wish I could be up on their face since like all I can do is just attack them. I know this system, but it's just like every encounter. Like, even Metroid started having a parry attack where you could like run into an enemy, shoot them, and then right before they attack you, you can interrupt what they're doing. There's no way to interrupt the enemies other than using the stun gun. And most of the robot enemies, they don't have stun. It's just mostly the human enemies, and they're just like relentless in a not fun way. Like, some of the enemies in Dead Cells can like hit you pretty hard and fast, but like you can still dodge and react, and they're like, each of them have like a good way to break into them and like interrupt what they're doing and stop them. In Gestalt, you just can't do anything. I wish there was a way to like be persistent in their face. What's it called? Blasphemous has that, where you can parry at certain times and like shut down what they're doing. Like, Gestalt, just they're non-stop. It's annoying and I hate it. Also, the enemy spawn rate is like, oh, it's a throwback. It takes me back to like old bullshit NES games where like, as soon as you leave the screen and come back, all the enemies are back, and they're in their dumb bullshit placements. Thankfully, there's no like damning pits like there is in Blasphemous, but it's still very annoying to navigate too. It's a flask. It's also Dark Souls because there's a flask and you use that to heal sometimes. What else is up here? I'm an old lady. I'm an old busybody. What of it? I'm not shy about telling you to be nice to folks. Now then, whippersnapper, get on that PSS. It's all handing out old powers, or orgasm powers. Lady, you are sick! What about this old lady? I feel like a new woman after basking a while in the sunlight, just like a grass-type Pokemon. I reckon I can't say I'm because I'm of age around giving up worrying about spots or wrinkles or such. That's cool. Gazing at the vast sky, watching the clouds flow. I imagine soaring to the sky on the back of a Pokemon. That's foreshadowing. We're gonna get on the back of Golurk, and we're gonna fly around like he does in the anime. I thought these two conversations was weird. Ma'am, you gonna treat me to dinner? I told you I I would, eh? You managed to become an ace trainer, doll. We gotta... Well, I don't know why they're talking like a 50s gangster. You managed to become an ace trainer, doll. You gotta celebrate something like that. Pile up on many of them village sub combos or Magnemite croquets if you want. Thanks, ma'am. I'ma take you up on that. Yeah, kid, you do that. But this'll be our farewell meal. You understand? You understand? You just can't keep hanging out with a hood like me. Not even one with a fab duel like mine. Now, what you betrayed, and then they broke and they shut down. It's just like, what was that dialogue exchange? Fucking Mark Twain ass. Who are you? Okay, hand please. Oh, this rogue man is just handing out nuggets to people. Have what pans out for you. Get it? Cause like panhandling. There's nothing funny about nuggets. I needed a moment to reflect on what just happened there. I lost my train of thought. Youngin, take a good look at that. A bird. Ouch. Ach. But a Tailo is the lucky one. Way up high with a touch of the wind ruffling its feathers. Sure. But yeah, that game is really short actually, Gestalt. My save file is like 8 hours. And that's with going out of my way to backtrack and get all the extra ability points to put in my skill tree and stuff like that. I need to get the bike from this guy. And then there's like one quest that I really didn't want to do, which is like go around. That's like corgis, like the dog. There's corgis all throughout the map, and once you get all the traversal stuff, you want to go back and get them, and then like I don't want to do that. Also, I feel like there's a surplus of ability points too. It's weird because you can max out the ability thing, but then they give you items to reset it all. It's like, you can max it out before like 75% of the game, so what do you need to reset them for? Like, I'm like, okay, maybe it's for people who couldn't find them all, and they're like, oh, I want to redistribute them and like do other stuff, but like none of it really matters. It's you still get like the main abilities you get from playing the game. The other stuff is just some like plus 10 more health or plus 5 more resistance. It's just, why even have a skill tree at all? And it's frustrating. And then by the time the game was over, like the plot wise, I was just like, okay, like your character is actually just like a person grown in a lab. She's like a test tube baby, and she was created to stop the dictator from taking over the world or some shit. Or some shit. You ever just play a story and like you're enjoying the plot fine enough, but just like when you try to recount it, you're just like, or just some shit happens. I don't know. That's what it feels like. What do I want? Oh, we need a facade for the bird, and that's all I can get. do. Okay, what if I can sell my name? Nugget. Okay. Did I get anything else? Oh, nothing cool. What about you? What do you have? I don't need anything else. Pokemon is video game. There's stuff you can. There's a bunch of facilities here. What is this one? Oh, this lets you play out the inverse battles. I don't know why there's a specific house for that. This is the Battle Institute, the place you can use to test out your team and see if it's like good enough or has like if it has good composition or something like that. What do you do? There's a move tutoring dojo. This guy teaches you like the water pledge and grass pledge, and I don't fuck with those moves. Can any of my Pokemon learn dance moves? Oh, I think these are the guys that I was thinking about. Yeah, but anyway, there's cool stuff here. It's a lot more things to look in here. You got the bike store. You need to get the bike. Okay. I have a customer. Yes, I did come from far away. I came up from all the way from Litterroot. Yes, give me a bike. I think right now I want the acro bike. And then eventually you ride it enough and you get both bikes. Also, you can have 4 different like select items to use. That's cool. Like, you gotta appreciate that stuff, dude. I don't know what to tell you. If you can't do the math, then I can't help you. Famous words once said by a mathematician, a math teacher. What do you do here? When your camera changes like this, it fucks up my whole perspective. Okay. Thank you for your support over the years. Good game. Marvel Game Corner. R.I.P. the Game Corner. Where they really had to put this here to let everybody know. That's funny. Yeah, I don't care about the Game Corner. Since like what you do as a kid was just keep buying the coins and then you could buy the prizes. It's like you don't even need to play the slots. Like, it wasn't even a good mini game to begin with. I'm sorry. The thing is, we have no students right now, so this is why I'm taking a lot of, or drinking a lot of fresh water here. I like how it misdirects you. I love the teaching move to Keldeo or Meloetta. That's weird. Those are Pokemon I've heard of. Music is a mysterious thing. Oh, okay. This is like the cafe in Gen 5 to let you know that, oh, bring Meloetta here, you idiot. You know, great spots to find in Malville. It's Pokemon Reflexology. Yeah, whatever. What about you? Work at the Crooner's Cafe. Songs change with the times. The times change with the songs. I wonder what kind of melody is popular now. Oh shit, we got rounds. Okay, that's cool. What about you? I'm going to mesmerize people's everywhere with my guitar and this Pokemon's voice. What does your voice sound like? Wish, 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 wish. I like Whismer. I like the Exploud line too. I'll talk about it later. Okay, I'm gonna save in front of this gym and call it a day. Yeah, I played Kingdom Hearts Rechained Memories, and then I played Gestalt, Theme, and Cinder. That's what I was doing like in the past month. Well, I guess next time I'll check out the gym.